Okay, my next question is for Jeremy as well. And as we know, we are very familiar with your attitude towards electric cars. I remember there's a program which is a comparison between BMW i8 and M3, and you chose M3 as the end. We know the new energy cars are developing very fast in China, and we don't know if DriveTribe would focus on new energy cars in the future. And are you going to change your attitude towards it?
DriveTribe will undoubtedly concentrate to a very large extent on electric cars, because electric cars are coming. This is just now bound to come. There's legislation in China that's going to force them to come. That's going to happen all around the world. Tesla will go under, I should imagine, at some point, or be taken over by Mercedes, but they are coming. I don't like them. But that's not relevant. I don't like classical music. It doesn't mean that classical music has no place in the world. It's irrelevant. It's what I think is not. I just don't. I like a sound. I like a car to make a noise. If you've driven a Lexus LFA, to hear that engine. If you take that away, for me, a great deal of the pleasure of the car is gone. And somebody says, "Oh, an electric car has a lot of torque." I don't care. But they're coming.
You won't buy a car without engines?
No, I will never have an electric car. But what makes the world go round is James does have a quasi-electric car. And I thought it was. No, I didn't know he had a new one. I don't listen to him. But he has an electric car. So then there's two different viewpoints. I don't like them. James sees a future for them, and that's how the world will be.
There was a point not long ago when, for a time, more traffic on DriveTribe was about electric vehicles than not. So the interest is out there, and if people are interested in stuff, they will talk about it on platform, and it will generate noise. People will see it.
Why don't you tell them about your experience with electric cars?
I'm just not very good with them. They don't like me. That's different.
Okay, and you are gurus in this field, okay, and you are enjoying a very good international fame now. But as you may know, in China, because the car culture is pretty shallow and newly started, so we still have a lot of limitations. For example, limitations on tuning cars. Okay, so do you think the existence of DT, would push forward the completeness of the car culture of China?
I think one of the great things you have in China is that you're not allowed to modify cars, because in our experience, any car modified by a private individual is less good than the one made by the experts in the first place. So congratulations on that.
James is absolutely right. We always say that if you modify your car, you ruin it. But there is one exception to this: American cars. They can be improved by individuals, and we recently drove some cars in America that had been modified and had been tuned, and they were much better than they had been when they came off the production line. But that's just an American culture of badly made cars that doesn't apply in Europe. Aston Martin, Lotus. Can we just back it down? We've just been on a plane for all day, so if we could have one more question, is that all right?
Okay.
And we're thirsty.
All right. Okay, as this is the final question, I'm going to ask you a very, very remote question. Okay, let's think about a day that you will choose to have your long vacation and you will be leaving this field. So, do you have any plan for who is going to inherit the fame and reputation?
Well, that's
In some ways, I'd like to think that's what DriveTribe is for. DriveTribe will help the world to discover, in a very free and fair way, who the next generation of people like us should be, and it can't happen too soon, really.
Okay. James is absolutely right. That's one of DriveTribe's functions. That talent, the next TV hosts, the next new media producers may already be there on platform working away, and we'll see them across the world one day, and it's already happening. People are starting their careers from the site. Some people use it just to talk to other people who love cars. Some people want to make their own material and get it out there. And it's already turning from a hobby into jobs for people, and we want to see more of that.
The only problem they'll have is they'll never be as good as we were.